That ain't have nothing to do with me nor Kirk. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo.
Don't act like you didn't say that.
I wasn't there. And I damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they also.
The room was tense. Rasheeda's voice trembled as tears streamed down her face, her frustration pouring out in every word. Across the room, Yandy Smith stood firm, her expression calm, but her presence undeniably bold. Jasmine Washington, the woman at the center of so much pain and controversy, stood awkwardly nearby, her mere presence stirring memories Rasheeda had fought hard to forget. Fans watching this heated exchange couldn't believe what they were seeing. Was this the moment Rasheeda would finally break? Or was there a bigger storm brewing behind the scenes? For years, Rasheeda and Kirk Frost's relationship has been a roller coaster of love, betrayal, and reconciliation. The introduction of Jasmine Washington into their lives marked one of the darkest chapters as Kirk's infidelity with Jasmine shattered the trust in their marriage. Just when fans thought the dust had settled, Yandy Smith's unexpected involvement reignited old wounds. The question on everyone's mind was simple: why now? And what was Yandy's real motive? As the argument unfolded, it became clear that Yandy had deliberately brought Jasmine into the conversation. Whether her intentions were to mediate or provoke, the impact was undeniable. The room fell silent as Jasmine hesitantly spoke, her words carefully chosen but cutting deep. Rasheeda's reaction was raw and immediate, her pain visibly resurfacing as she struggled to maintain her composure. Fans took to social media in droves, expressing shock and outrage. Many questioned why Yandy, a figure known for her savvy and diplomacy, would stir such a pot. Did she genuinely believe she could help, or was she playing a dangerous game for attention? To understand the weight of this moment, we need to revisit the history between Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine. Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage was once seen as a pillar of strength in the entertainment world, but cracks began to show when Kirk's affair with Jasmine came to light. The revelation not only exposed Kirk's betrayal, but also introduced a child into the mix, further complicating an already fragile situation. Rasheeda's decision to stay and rebuild her marriage divided fans, with some applauding her resilience and others questioning her choices. Jasmine, meanwhile, became a polarizing figure, seen by some as a victim and by others as an instigator. Now, with Yandy bringing Jasmine back into the fold, old wounds have been reopened. Behind closed doors, one can only imagine the conversations taking place within Rasheeda and Kirk's family. Were they supportive of Yandy's approach, or did they view it as an unnecessary intrusion? Kirk's silence during the confrontation spoke volumes, leaving fans to wonder if he had a hand in orchestrating this meeting. After all, Kirk has a history of trying to smooth things over in unconventional ways, often at Rasheeda's expense. On social media, the drama has sparked heated debates. Fans are split, with some rallying behind Rasheeda, calling her a strong woman enduring unimaginable challenges. Others are critical, questioning why she continues to entertain these situations. Yandy's role in the controversy has also been dissected, with some praising her for attempting to mediate and others accusing her of seeking publicity. Jasmine's presence has reignited discussions about accountability, forgiveness, and the blurred lines between closure and chaos. Theories about Yandy's motives abound, sparking endless speculation and debate among fans and observers. Some argue that Yandy's intentions were rooted in a genuine desire to help Jasmine gain a sense of closure. In this view, Yandy might have believed that a direct, face-to-face conversation between Jasmine and Rasheeda was the only way to resolve the lingering tensions that had clouded their lives for so long. This perspective paints Yandy as a mediator, stepping into an emotionally charged situation with the hope of fostering healing and understanding. Others, however, are less charitable in their interpretation of Yandy's actions. They speculate that she may have had ulterior motives, using the confrontation as an opportunity to position herself at the center of the drama. By orchestrating such a charged encounter, Yandy might have sought to ensure her relevance within the unfolding narrative, knowing full well how significant and explosive this moment would be. This theory casts her as a shrewd player in a complex web of relationships, someone willing to stir the pot for personal or professional gain. Adding another layer of intrigue are whispers that Kirk himself may have played a role in encouraging Yandy's involvement. His motivations, if true, would reflect a level of calculation that raises eyebrows. Could Kirk have seen this confrontation as a strategic move, one that might serve as a means to an end? It's plausible that he believed bringing Rasheeda and Jasmine face-to-face through Yandy's intervention could force a reconciliation or at least prompt some kind of resolution. For someone like Kirk, who has repeatedly been at the center of relational chaos, this plan might have seemed like an opportunity to begin mending the fractures that have long plagued his personal life. This possibility invites a deeper analysis of Kirk's motives and the lengths to which he might be willing to go to repair his marriage while maintaining some semblance of control. If Kirk did indeed support or even orchestrate Yandy's involvement, it suggests a desire to shape the narrative to his advantage. Perhaps he hoped that by presenting himself as a mediator, or at least someone open to resolution, he could shift some of the accountability away from himself. This kind of calculated move would not be surprising to those who have followed his tumultuous history, but it adds an undeniable complexity to an already intricate situation. As the dust settles from this dramatic encounter, the question of what it means for Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage looms large. For Rasheeda, this confrontation could represent a turning point. Over the years, she has endured not only public scrutiny, but also a series of personal betrayals that have tested her limits. This moment might serve as a stark reminder of the emotional toll she has paid, pushing her to reevaluate whether staying in the marriage is worth the continued strain. For someone as resilient and independent as Rasheeda, this could be the breaking point, a moment of clarity that leads her to prioritize her own mental and emotional health above all else. Walking away would be a significant decision, but it would not come without its challenges. Rasheeda has invested years into her marriage with Kirk, and their shared history, family, and business ventures would make any separation incredibly complicated. Yet, for many fans, the idea of Rasheeda finally choosing herself resonates as a powerful narrative of self-empowerment. It would signal a shift from enduring hardship to reclaiming control over her life, inspiring countless others who may feel trapped in similarly toxic situations. On the other hand, this confrontation could also serve as a catalyst for deeper conversations between Rasheeda and Kirk. It might force them to confront the unresolved issues that have lingered beneath the surface for years. While such conversations would be neither easy nor comfortable, they could pave the way for a renewed commitment to honesty and mutual respect. This would require both individuals to acknowledge their mistakes and make a conscious effort to rebuild their relationship on stronger foundations. For Rasheeda, this might mean establishing firmer boundaries and demanding accountability, while Kirk would need to demonstrate genuine growth and a willingness to change. However, the potential for reconciliation is further complicated by Jasmine's continued involvement. Her role in this narrative has evolved from being an outsider to a central figure whose presence cannot be ignored. For some, Jasmine represents the unresolved pain and betrayal that Rasheeda has had to endure. For others, she is a woman seeking her own form of closure and validation in a situation where she too has faced judgment and criticism. The confrontation facilitated by Yandy has brought Jasmine back into the spotlight, forcing all parties to reckon with her role in their lives. Could this confrontation mark the beginning of an unexpected alliance between Jasmine and Rasheeda? While it might seem unlikely, there is a scenario in which both women, tired of the drama and emotional turmoil, decide to find common ground. Such an alliance would not only be surprising, but also deeply empowering, as it would represent a rejection of the toxic dynamics that have kept them at odds. By choosing to rise above the conflict, Rasheeda and Jasmine could redefine the narrative, proving that healing and understanding are possible even in the most challenging circumstances. On the flip side, the confrontation might deepen the divisions between everyone involved. The emotions stirred by such an intense encounter could lead to further resentment, making it even harder for Rasheeda and Jasmine to move forward. For Kirk, this would mean navigating an even more fractured dynamic, one where his attempts at reconciliation might backfire and leave him isolated. The possibility of deeper divisions underscores just how high the stakes are for everyone involved, ensuring that the fallout from this confrontation will not be resolved overnight. Looking ahead, the future remains uncertain for Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine. Will this confrontation lead to healing and reconciliation, or will it mark the beginning of an even more tumultuous chapter? For Rasheeda, the path forward will likely involve difficult choices, whether that means walking away from the marriage or committing to the hard work of rebuilding. Kirk, too, will need to reckon with his actions and decide whether he is truly ready to change. Jasmine's role will also continue to evolve, leaving many to wonder whether she will remain a divisive figure or find her own path to redemption. The answers to these questions will take time to reveal themselves, but one thing is certain: the emotional stakes are higher than ever. This story, with all its twists and turns, has captured the imagination of fans and observers alike, ensuring that it will remain a topic of discussion for the foreseeable future. As the dust settles and the next chapter begins, the choices made by Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine will shape not only their individual lives, but also the legacy of this deeply compelling and complex narrative. The drama surrounding Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine is far from over, and Yandy's involvement has added a surprising twist to an already complicated story. What do you think about Yandy's decision to bring Jasmine into the argument? Was it justified, or did she cross the line? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this story and other celebrity dramas.